Oh, hey folks, I believe I recently did a video on this radio. I know I did one on the General HP 40W right here. I'm pretty sure I did videos on both of those. I just got done doing a video on this Cobra 29 LTD Classic, and I just did a video on this Cobra 25 LTD Classic, which has variable power. I did a video on this 955 that I sent off the 350 radio. Let's see. So I do have some other videos or radios I can make videos in the future. This what is this? A Cobra 29 whatever, this digital one, I forget what it's called. I believe this one has variable RF power and a swing kit in it. So I can make a video of that one in the future. This one here, I believe it's a Uniden. Is that a PC68? 68, 78, I don't know. I think it's a PC68, right? Okay, PC78 Elite. I remember this one does have a, I believe the dead key's lowered for an amp, and it has a swing kit. This one here is just an all-stock, super clean Cobra 138 XLR sideband radio. No modifications to this. This is like really pristine. And then I do have another Galaxy DX959 here, and I'm pretty sure this one's turned up, and I don't think it has like the NPC or swing kit in it. I just think it's turned up a little, and it may have additional channels. I'm not sure. We'll have to do a video of that one in the future, and then we can do a video of the 980 SSB in the future too. I would have done that today, but I don't want to. I don't want to dig out my 6-pin to 4-pin adapter. I've got to find that. And then I also do have two brand new in the box Road King radios, basically a Cobra 29. I'll probably do videos of those in the future. And I have this brand new in the box Sears Citizen Band 2-way 40 channel radio. I mean, brand new, pristine, the Sears Road Talker. I'll do a video of that in the future as well. And I guess I could do one of this too, this realistic TRC 427, all original, perfect condition radio. I'll probably do a video of that one in the future as well. But I've already done videos of these, and I've done a video of those two. So after this, I'm out of radios, guys. I've sold everything I'm going to sell, and this is what I'm holding on to. And I had a whole lot of amplifiers too, but I liquidated a lot of those. The ones I'm holding on to is I'm holding on to the Texas Star DX350 high drive that I had Scorpion redo for me. It's got new capacitors, new transistors, the bigger wire upgrade on it, the fan. I did the wire upgrade on the fan. Then I have the pristine condition Texas Star DX500 here. This one here, I went ahead and did the power wire upgrade too as well. It's other than that, it's brand new, and it does have the Texas Star fan on it. So this is a real nice one that does real good. This is a straight 4-pill, so it can handle a little more. I do have the Thumper 800 here. This is a 2x8 MOSFET amp. Excellent amplifier. Just totally changed my whole idea on MOSFETs. This thing kicks ass. It's built in a traditional box with a fan and everything. Great amplifier right here. And then this one here, a buddy of mine who's passed away, one of the guys from Hawaii that moved to Las Vegas, he redid this for my son, this little fat boy. And instead of having whatever transistors were in it, it has Maycoms in there now. And this thing, from what I remember, I'd have to do another video. I think it's doing like 350 watts, this 2-pill. This thing is really kicking ass. So I would never get rid of this because it was a gift to my son. And then this one I bought just because I thought it was really cool with the old cab over semi-truck in there. I thought that was pretty awesome. So I did go ahead and just do a little power wire upgrade to it, and that's really about it. But I'll keep that. I'll probably never use either one of these. Just keep them. They're real neat. And then down here, I have my original uh, Texas Star 667. This is an all Toshiba box. It's a one driving four. So one Toshiba, I'm pretty sure it's a 2290, probably the driver driving four 2879s. And like I say, it's an all Toshiba box, and it's got the power wire upgrade and fans on it and everything. Great amplifier, does really good power. And then I have my custom built 307 amp that I had Jim at 307 build me years ago. This here is a straight 4-pill too, 2879 HGs, great amp, brand new. Hooked it up to test it, never used it since. I had him build me two of these at the same time, a straight 4 and a 1x4, and I am using the 1x4 in one of my vehicles with the single final 35 watt radio. This one here, it's a little more. You can run a little hotter radio on that right there. But yeah, that's about all I have left. Other than that, I just have my setup here that I run that I never change anything on. I see a lot of guys constantly changing stuff, and I'll tell you, once you get it dialed in, you just want to leave it alone, in my opinion. I mean, I've had this like this for years, and it just kicks ass. AM radio right here, just leave it alone. That's the only thing I touch right there. I got everything where I need it. Awesome radio. I really like this radio a lot. The CX33 FHP Connex, great radio. And then for sideband, if I ever do want to talk sideband, just kick the Striker 955 on right there. Great sideband radio, super stable, super clean. I can also talk AM on this, but I did make notes so I don't burn my pills up, my box. When you're talking sideband on this, you run it into the straight pill, no driver at all. This one here, you can run the 2x8 on it. So there's a meter I use. It's a little stingy as far as PEP power goes, but it's a good meter overall. It fits in there. The price is right for it. I like it. You can see I got a speaker for the Striker and a speaker for the Connex right there. I bought this, but I never did hook it up. I mean, I played with it, but one day maybe I'll use it for something. And I know these guys aren't together anymore. They had a fallout, but even so, 307, in my opinion, that dude builds the best freaking amplifier out there. 350 radio, he does a real good job with radios. I don't have anything bad to say about either one of these guys. I like them both. They're both good dudes. And then down here, there's my power supply run. Now, I only left the sticker on there because that's who built it, but I can tell you this dude sucks balls. My opinion, he's a piece of shit. I would never buy anything from him again. I've since went through and redid this and made it good, because when it came from him, it was a piece of shit. And I don't care if one of you guys go and tattle to him and show him the video, because he knows. But anyway, this is a good, solid power supply now that I went through and fixed everything on it. And then down here, here's the amp I run. This here's a 2x8, two 2290s driving 8 2879s. And once again, I just left the name on there, but yeah, you can see who else's name is on there. This is a really good amp right now. Kicks ass. Now that it's been correctly done, never have any problems with it. And I know this is way overkill. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Rusty. This is a Rusty built power supply right here. I don't know if he's building them anymore. He's a ham radio guy. Super, super clean power supplies. It's got a couple of computer server power supplies in there, and it's just super heavy duty. I think he's out of Texas, but anyway, I bought that years ago, and it's a 150 amp power supply. But all I do with this, it's just sitting there, just idling, running these two radios. And this big thing here runs that amp. And yeah, that's about it. How do I switch my radios? I've got this old antenna switching box here, as you can see, and that's it. You flip it one way, I got it wired in for the Connex. The other way is for the Striker, and it does the radios before the amp or anything, so everything's perfect. SWR sounds good. It just works for me, super clean. That's the way I like it. What's the little microphone for? That's just I used to run a recording program on my computer, or when I was really into it and I wanted to see how I sound at like 50, 60 miles out in the mobile, and I was running like 1,000 watts in it. I would just leave it play real quiet like this, and the computer would record everything, and I'd get home and I'd listen to it, and watch the whatever you want to call it, the graph on there and everything. So yeah, that's still hooked up. But and then these best mics in the world, in my opinion. Yes, I have D104s and I have other desktop mics. I don't like them. These Extreme 2018s, these are the best mics in my opinion. Just freaking awesome. And yes, I do run echo on them, but I run it so little that it doesn't sound like a lot of echo. It just enhances the audio just a little bit, and just excellent mics in my opinion. Anyways, that's it, folks. I think I've sold everything I'm going to sell, and I'm just going to keep the stuff I got now, even the stuff that's in the cabinet over there. Y'all be good. Oh, and over here on the bench, this little meter I use. The reason I use this Workman, this HP 201S, is because most meters, to read correct PEP, peak envelope power, you really need a meter with a powered circuit. Like if you watch the builders, they'll have like a Bird 43 or whatever, and they'll put the peak kit on it, right? And it's powered by a battery. It's a powered circuit. You need it to show peak power. Um, this meter, just like the one I use on my station over there, I think it's a good, accurate meter. I've had several of these, compared them side by side. It's a good meter for what they cost. The only thing is they don't read true PEP power. Let's say a radio does 35 watts and it's been verified on a Bird meter with the peak kit, right? Okay, it'll read 35 watts on here too. On here, it's going to read 20. That's just the fact. So these are really sluggish on the true PEP power, but everything else, it's a decent meter for the price. You can't beat it, and it does show you that your equipment works. This one here, a fellow that used to watch my videos, a real nice guy, he actually bought this and sent it to me. And it's a real nice looking meter. I think he got it at Hamfest, and I would love to use this meter, but I hooked it up and it's just not calibrated right. It reads like super low. Like, let's say if a radio's doing, let's just use the 35 watt number again. I don't know, it would probably show like 12 or 15 watts. And let's say it's been verified like on a Bird 43 with the peak kit. Let's say an amp's doing 2,000 watts. This will probably show like 1,200. It's just super tight, and just I opened it up and I looked at it and I tried to read online where to adjust the stuff. And there's a lot of potentiometers in there, and I just didn't want to mess it up. So I just keep it. I mean, the dude sent it to me, gave it to me. I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to keep it. Maybe one day, I'll monkey with it or do something. It's just not, unfortunately, it's just not an accurate meter. I'm not saying it wouldn't be if it were new. I don't know. I don't know if it's been adjusted. I don't know the story. I just know, it's not very accurate. Out of these 3 meters, this is definitely the less accurate one. This would be, for PEP power, this would be number 2. This one's the most accurate. Now, if you're going to go with RMS, this is a PEP meter only. You want to go with this one here. This one's pretty accurate on RMS. This one is very anemic. But anyways, I keep them here. What the heck, right? It ain't going to hurt nothing. And I have a 1,500 watt dummy load just under my bench here. That's where the wires are going. I do have this dummy load here. It's not even hooked up, but this is a real nice old school made in the USA dummy load here. Just don't have it hooked up, but I keep this. Who knows? Maybe I'll need it one day. And then over here, I also have a couple power supplies mounted um, under the bench here. And you can see I've got this one set at 13.8 volts, 25. That's a 25 amp supply, a switching power supply. I believe it's probably a Meanwell, but yeah, I've got this one set at 13.8 for the radios, and this one here I have set at 14.2 volts at 50 amps. And I forgot the brand of this one. They're the ones that guy sells on eBay and Amazon. Not a cheapie. It's one of the more expensive ones. I know that power, the the megawatt, I think is what they're called. Megawatts, I believe. Anyways, it's a 50 amp, and I've got it set to 14.2. So that's like super low safe voltage for an amp, and super lower, even though they're rated for 13.8 in a car. Come on, you're going to be like 14.2 all day long. But yep, and you can just got the lugs in there, and I just got the little adapters that go in there. So that's about it. Oh, and for the power supply here, this is 240 volt. And as you can see, I did bring in 240 volt. Uh, I probably went a little overkill. 240, 30 amp right there. And that's where that power supply is plugged in. I brought all this in and installed it here. And if you're wondering about the coax I'm using, I think this is all I'm using for my radios. This RG8X right here, I believe. I think that's what I'm using. I think it might be a little better quality than these. I'm not sure, but I think it's RG8X, and I forget how many feet of length I have back there. But from each radio to that switcher over there, that's all I'm using is this stuff, and it's more than adequate. And then from the actual amplifier all the way to the antenna, I have a solid run of the Times Microwave LMR 400 Ultraflex. This the same stuff right here. And that's what I have running directly from the amplifier all the way up to the antenna. I don't have like any connectors on my wall or anything, like the ham guys do, a lot of them. I mean, I know it's neater, but I didn't want any like SO239s or couplers or anything in line. I just wanted one solid run. So that's what I have from the amplifier up to the antenna. And then also, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yes. Also from the amplifier up to my meter over there, I'm also running this. So from each radio to the switching box, I'm using that RG8X. And then from the switching box out to the amplifier in, I'm running RG8X. And then from the amplifier out to my meter, I'm running this. And then from my meter out all the way up to my antenna, I'm using this. Yep, so that's what I'm doing. And then outside here in the backyard, it's a homemade crank up tower made from gas pipe. And I have it in the down position right now, and you can see the antenna up there. That's a high gain penetrator SPT 500 is what that is up there. And to be very honest, I don't ever crank it up if I'm talking skip. I think the way it is there right now, I think the base is like I think it's like 24 feet, the base of the antenna. And there's no reason to crank it up talking skip. It'll get out all over the country. I mean, wherever Mother Nature takes me, it's going to take me. And I don't really care about a beam or anything. This works fine for me. Now, when I did used to talk a lot of local talk, to guys like 30, 50, 60 miles away or whatever, or, try to reach into Reno over the mountains, I would crank it up so that the base of that antenna right there was 36 feet, one wavelength. And it does do quite a bit for local talking. But as far as Skip's concerned, it doesn't matter. It kicks ass the way it is. So yeah, that's what I'm running out here for my antenna. Well, the birds have shit all over it, but you can see what it is. Someone just built themselves a homemade crank up tower. It's heavy. I'll tell you what, this is a heavy son of a gun. But there's a crank up, just a manual crank up right there. You see? Works real well. And as you can see, it is on a hinge, so it's a you can lay it down too. You can fold it down and work on it. You just got to have two strong ass guys when it comes down, because it is pretty heavy. And I put that concrete, I actually went overkill. I put this thing down 5 foot in the ground. There was no reason for it, but I did. And you can see I've got a ground rod on each corner. On each corner, there's a 8-foot ground rod. And then underneath the ground, each one of those is also connected with more wire. You can see another wire coming out. So every one of those is connected around. And when it's down, I just coil it up right there. There it is coming out the conduit. And this here, I don't even need this white wire. I just put it on there. It's just connecting the two pieces together. Up there on the very top of the antenna. It probably doesn't even need to be there, but I just wanted it there, Why not? And here's where the antenna wire comes out of the house. Just put a little LB junction box or whatever right there. And there's the conduit running down. And that green wire coming out. That grounds all the equipment. And it's on a separate 8-foot ground rod right there. Here's a little kitty. This is the official kitty cat of CB Radio. Kitty, kitty. Want to say hello? We'll see if we can reach out to anyone. How about it? How about it, DX Land? How about it, DX Land? 302, 302, High Desert Radio, Northern Nevada.
Hey, it's 302 Northern Nevada. I just jumped on the vertical side here, 30 dB. Sound real good, 302. Radio station 313, top side of my Illinois.
Hey, 313, radio station 313, topside of Illinois. I'll tell you what, you're sounding good out here in the high desert of Nevada. I appreciate the comeback. 302, Northern Nevada.
Hi, 302, man. You're blowing all kinds of smoke, and that's for doggone sure. Where are you later? Radio station 313, topside of my Illinois. I don't know why. I ain't Pritzker. I ain't the governor. I'm up here in the dirty north, the land of the crooked governors. I'm gone.
Hey, we'll do it again. Click, click.
Go around Nevada, 346.
So you can hear, everyone's coming back for me, so this setup definitely works pretty good.
Hey, man, very clean and clear. What kind of radio you on that beat?
You talking to me about what kind of radio I'm running?
Yeah, Roger.
I'm running a Connex CX 3300 FHP with the little 2x8.
Oh, Roger, man. I know we're done your work, man, but that cotton bigger sounding good.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. You're sounding good too down there in the bayou, no doubt about it.
Hey, Roger. I ain't 302 man sounding real choice, man. Good modulation, very clean. 346, working those old trim. D212 radio, got down.
346, we'll do it again. Click, click.
How about that 302 Penn Smith, Texas?
Tin Smith. Yeah, we got a copy on you. Sounding good. 302 High Desert Radio.
Hey, 302, you sounding good, my friend. Just want to step in there and take it easy.
Hey, good evening. Right back to you, Tin Smith. You're sounding good as well, man. I've talked to you a couple times in the past, I know. Good sounding radio. We'll do it again. 302 High Desert Radio. Click, click.
I 302, yeah, it turns into a hornet's nest every once in a while. Hey, catch you later. 302. Appreciate the comeback. Tin Smith, Big Horn, and I'm back right.
Yeah, so I think it works real good, guys. You can see, even without a beam, I mean, wherever Mother Nature takes me, it goes. And that's where I run my mic gain, right about, I'm going to say about 245 position right there, just shy of 3 o'clock. Because when you open it up, it's wide open. That's where it's clean and sounds real good. Anyways, thanks for watching. Y'all be good. 302. Click, click.